All right, so on page 12, look at acknowledging other people's points. All right, this is really important in English because acknowledging other people's points will make sure they don't feel so sad, especially if you have to disagree or tell them something different, okay? If you look back on page, I believe it's page 4. Yeah, page 4. It says, controlling the discussion. You see that?
Yes.
Back when we talked about controlling the discussion, we talked about when someone is having a side conversation, right? Two people are talking about something different and you don't want them to, right? You need to have them come back into the discussion. Come back, right? Two people are talking about something different, or maybe they're talking about something not related, okay? Maybe they're chasing rabbits, talking about something not related to the goal. You need to get them back, but you can't tell them, stop talking, right? Because that's kind of rude. You say, stop talking, it's really rude, right? Instead, you have to do it in a nice way. So, my favorite way is to acknowledge their point, okay? And then change it. So, you can say something like, that's an interesting point, but what do you think about our next point in our agenda, right? The reason why that's important is because it's saying, I'm listening to you, I respect what you have to say, but we need to continue, okay? It's more respectful. Asking for clarification and showing agreement, I think you all know how to do this. Showing agreement is really simple, I agree, right? That's easy. But go to the bottom one, showing disagreement. That's not easy, okay? Showing disagreement is actually very difficult because you don't want someone to feel sad, right? You don't want someone to feel upset. So, look at these examples in showing disagreement. Do you see them?
Yes.
Do you see a common word that is used? Yeah. You just said it right away. What is it? But. That is a great way to make sure someone does not feel bad. Look at the first example. You have a point here, but, or the second one, I agree in principle, but, okay. Now, you should always try to make sure the person will think you listen to them, okay? The best way is to repeat what they said and then say but, okay? So, let's take a silly example, okay? Maybe I'll say, or maybe Peter says, my favorite, don't involve me in this. Peter says, my favorite ice cream is chocolate ice cream, right? And then you say, my favorite ice cream is chocolate ice cream because I like the color. Okay, I don't know. Then I would say, I can understand why you like the color, but I don't like the taste of chocolate. You see what I did? I took what Peter said, then I said, but, and then I addressed what he said. Okay? Then Peter knows I listened to him. Peter now knows I listened to him, right? So Peter doesn't feel as bad. Peter doesn't feel bad now. Okay? He knows I listened to him. I have a different opinion, but it's okay because I listened to him. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Making suggestions on page 13. This isn't too bad. Giving opinions. You all know how to do that, I think, right? I hear you give opinions a lot. Interrupting is usually never easy. Try to do it as little as possible. Sometimes you have to, but especially in a formal business meeting, don't interrupt. In a formal business meeting, do not interrupt. It's not worth the lunching, okay? It's not worth the relationship. But this one, putting off an interruption, this is important. Even if you try your best not to interrupt other people will interrupt you, right? Other people will interrupt you. The question is, can you stop them in a polite way? Okay? Look at the first one. It says, actually, if you could just let me finish. Okay, to me, that comes off very, very strong. Okay? In fact, I wouldn't tell my friends this. If my friend interrupted me, I probably would not say this first one because it sounds almost rude. Okay? But if you look at the second one, perhaps I could return to that point later on. That one's good. Okay? I would circle that second one. That one's really good, that second one. Perhaps I could return to that point later on. That's a good one, okay? And even the third one, if you allow me to continue, that one still sounds like you're angry, okay? The first and the third one make you sound a little angry. So, this is why. Can you say it? Yes, you can say it. But it depends what kind of emotion you want to express. If you're frustrated or if you're not. The first one is if you would say if you were the most frustrated with someone, okay? But that's going to cost you a lot of relationship. They'll stop talking. If you say that first one, they'll stop talking, right? But it'll cost you a lot of relationship. The third one too, it'll cost you a little less relationship. And the second one, they'll probably stop talking and it'll cost you the least amount of relationship. You understand what I mean? It will cost you. Like, if you tell someone to stop talking, you'll make them feel a little sad, right? And then your relationship goes down. You understand? And so I'm telling you that second one, your relationship will stay the highest. Does that make sense? Your relationship. You know relationship, right? Your guanxi. Your guanxi will stay the highest if you use that second one. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. And also different cultures are different. So maybe in England, that first one, in England, that wouldn't come off as being as strong. But where I'm from, in the United States, it comes off as too strong. Okay? That was a good question. Any more questions on these? No? Okay, good. Go to your homework. Or not your homework, just an activity. Page 14, we have the 10 Commandments, all right, of attending meetings. All right, so you'll see the words thou shalt, thou, do you guys know what thou means?
You?
Yeah, it means like you. You have this in Chinese a little, but it's a little bit different in English. So in English we have you and then thou. In Chinese, you have me and then me. Do you have one more that's even higher? Okay, so in English, when you talk to your grandpa, you say me, right? Or maybe like a business person, your boss, you might say me. But In English, we only say you. Okay? We only say thou for like God. For God. Yeah. So it's higher. Okay? And especially the word like shout, it's a very old usage. It's very old. Okay? We don't say shout. If you would change this, do you know how to change this into an easier way to read? So how do you say shout?
Shall.
Shall. What does this mean? Thou shalt not arrive late. Can you change that? You should not arrive late. Right, that's correct. Yeah. And actually it's more like you will not arrive late. It's very strong. It's very strong. So these are the 10 things you should not do, right? In your groups, you are going to talk about what if you did these things, right? What if? And you're going to talk about which one is the worst one to do. So, is talking too much worse than forgetting your notebook? I don't know, right? You need to talk in your group about which ones are the worst, okay? You understand? Okay. While you talk about which ones are the worst, use these, okay? Now, you don't have to use every one of them, but if you disagree with someone, practice using the disagreement word, okay? You don't have to use it, but it's good practice. It's good practice, okay? You don't have to use it, but it's good practice. Okay? All right, before we start, can I see my group leaders? Who are my group leaders for today? Okay, who else? Okay, group leaders. Okay, and then group leaders over here. Sure. Good. And then note takers. I want to see my note takers. Okay. Note takers. Awesome. Now, group leaders, remember, your job is not difficult. Group leaders, you have the easiest job. Okay? This is why. Group leaders, all you need to do is start the conversations. Just ask, hey guys, which one is the worst? Which one is the worst? That's all you need to do. Start the conversation, okay? Just start it. If people stop talking, ask them questions. Hey, do you agree? What do you think? What's your opinion? Okay? It's not hard, right? It's not hard. So as the group leader, you just want people to keep talking. Okay? All right. Good. Any questions about your assignment before you begin? Any questions? Of course not. Okay. I'll walk around and I'll make sure everything is clear. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you can